I, Uma Agrawal from BYK College of Commerce, invites and welcome you to expert lecture series on further topic of analysis of financial statement. This lecture would be an instant revision on the topic. In this lecture of the topic, we would be introducing ourselves to tools for financial statement analysis as comparative statement, common size statement, cash flow statement, and ratio analysis. On this topic, 8 plus 1 mark 1 marks weightage would be given in the board exam. 8 marks would be for solving the problem on the topic and 1 mark would be for solving the objective question on the topic. This topic though is reserved for self-study due to pandemic, but optional question would be definitely asked in the final board exam. Meaning of financial statement. Financial statement is a periodically prepared statement generally at the end of the financial year summarizing information recorded in the books of accounts. It is prepared to find out the profitability, efficiency, solvency, growth of business, and to judge the financial strength and status. So are called financial statement. It further gives complete picture of financial position and managerial performance and prepared for presenting annual report by both profit and non-profit organization. Comparative financial statement. Comparative financial statement compares financial data at 2 points of time, helping in deriving the meaning and conclusions regarding the change in financial positions and operating results. Methods for comparison of financial statement are comparative balance sheet. Second is comparative income statement. This balance sheet throws light on change and progress made in respect of each item of assets and liabilities. It means its main purpose is to measure short and long term solvency position of the business. This position of the business by applying the formula absolute change is equal to current year minus previous year. Further knowing the solvency position in percentage, the formula is equal to absolute change upon previous year into 100. Second is comparative income statement. This statement shows net profit or loss. By this statement, quick ascertain as to increase or decrease in sale and cost of sale. To measure income, the formulas applied shall be the same as stated in foregoing paras. Problem on comparative balance sheet. See the example. From the balance sheet of Amar Traders as on 31st March 2018 and 19, prepare comparative balance sheet. Liability side, 2 years balances of liabilities 31st March 2018 and 31st March 2019. Assets, 2 years of balances 31st March 2018 and 31st March 2019. First, see the liabilities. Capital 60,000, 72,000. Reserves and surplus 24,000, 30,000. Loans 34,000, 51,000. Creditors 30,000, 24,000. Assets, fixed assets 1,20,000, 1,50,000. Current assets 28,000 and 27,000. Total of both the years of assets and liabilities 1,48,000 of 31st March 2018 and 1,77,000 of 31st March 2019. Solution of comparative balance sheet. First, sources of funds, that is of liabilities items. Capital 60,000, 72,000. Reserve fund and surplus 24,000 and 30,000. So net worth means total of both these items, that is of 84,000 and 1,02,000. Borrowed funds means from where we have to take loan or company will take the loan, that is of loan 34,000 and 51,000. Total borrowed fund is 34,000 and 51,000. See the formula of change, that is absolute change upon previous year into 100. The difference of 2 years capital is 12,000. Difference of reserve fund 6,000. Net worth difference is 18,000. Total of both the items. Loan difference is 17,000. So percentage, apply this formula for percent, absolute change upon previous year into 100. 12,000 upon 60,000 into 100, that is 20%. 6,000 upon 24,000 into 100, that is 25% increase. 18,000 upon 84,000 into 100, that is 21.43% increase. 17,000 upon 34,000, that is 50% increase. So total funds available A plus B means net worth plus total borrowed fund, that is of net worth is 84,000, total borrowed fund is 34,000. Both items total is 1,18,000. In 31st March 2019, net worth is 1,02,000 and total borrowed fund is 51,000. Total funds available, that is of 1,53,000. Absolute change 18,000 plus 17,000, that is 35,000, and percent is 29.66% increase. See the funds applied. The asset side, that is fixed assets 1,20,000 and 1,50,000. The difference absolute change is 30,000 and percent change is of 25%. Working capital, in working capital only one asset is there, that is current assets minus current liabilities. Current asset is 28,000 and 27,000. So difference absolute change is 1,000 minus balance. We should write in bracket. The percent 3.57, again this is decrease. Current liability balance 2018 current liability is 30,000. 2019 liability is 24,000. Again absolute change is in minus. So we have to write in bracket, that is 6,000. So percent change is in minus 20%, means decrease by 20%. Working capital formula is current assets minus current liabilities. Current asset is 28,000 and current liability is 30,000. So again here minus balance shown in bracket, that is 2,000. 27,000 and 24,000 plus balance 3,000, 1,000 and 6,000, balance is 5,000. So total funds applied, that is A plus B, means A's fixed assets total is 1,20,000. Working capital, which is B, minus 2,000. Total funds applied for 2018 is 1,18,000. Fixed assets for 2019 is 1,50,000. Working capital 3,000. Total is 1,53,000. 30,000 fixed assets absolute change and 5,000 is working capital. Total is 35,000 and the ratio or percent is also same, that is 29.66%. Increase funds balance is also 29.66%. This is the comparative balance sheet in vertical form. So see, liability side 29.66% and asset side 29.66% is tallied. This is the balance sheet in vertical form for comparative balance sheet. Next term is cash flow statement. Cash flow statement summarizes sources of inflows, cash and uses of cash outflows during a particular period. See the importance of cash flow statement. Number one, financial planning and decision making. It provides importance of uses of cash and equipments for a particular period and used for management planning, operating, financial and investment requirements. Second, liquidity position. Analysis of liquidity is important to show the ability of the business to pay its current liabilities. Third, efficient cash management. It gives information to decide on short-term investment of surplus and arrange short-term credit of deficit. Comparative study. It helps the extent to which cash resources of business were generated and used. Helps in study of receipts and payments. It helps the management to find the true position of cash. It also gives the speed at which cash is generated from debtors, stock and other current assets, and a speed at which current liabilities are paid off. Dividend declaration. It gives the position of cash generated from operating activities which can be used for payment of the dividend. And the last importance is tools of planning. It can be used for projecting future investments, and financial plans. The next term is ratio analysis. It can be expressed as fraction, proportion, or percentage in between two accounting figures. Financial ratio is divided into three parts, that is balance sheet ratio, income statement ratio, and combined or mixed ratio. Balance sheet ratio again divided into two parts, current ratio and liquid ratio. Income statement divided into two parts, gross profit ratio, operating expenses ratio, net profit ratio. Combined or mixed ratio divided into two parts, return on capital employed ratio and return on investment ratio. See balance sheet ratio. Current ratio formula is current assets upon current liabilities. What is liquid ratio? The ratio of quick assets to current liability is called quick ratio, acid ratio, or acid test ratio, or liquid ratio. The formula of quick ratio is equal to current assets minus inventory upon current liabilities. Income ratio. In income ratio, what is the gross profit ratio? This ratio measures relationship between gross profit and net sales. Formula of gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit upon sales into 100. Next income ratio is operating ratio. It indicates the relationship between operating profit and the net sales. The formula of operating ratio is equal to operating expenses upon net sales into 100. The third part of income ratio is net profit ratio. It shown relations between net profit and net sales. The formula is net profit upon total or net sales into 100. The net profit ratio tells you how well your business is able to generate profit. The third part is mixed ratio. It measures net profit before tax and interest and capital investment. So return on investment ratio formula is equal to net profit upon capital employed into 100. What is capital employed? Capital employed is equal to equity share capital plus preference share capital plus reserves and surplus plus debenture capital and other long-term loans. Capital employed is equal to fixed assets plus current assets minus current liabilities. This ratio indicates the ability of company to generate the profit per rupee of capital employed. The second part of mixed ratio is return on capital employed. This ratio measures a relationship between net profit before interest and tax and shareholders' fund. The funds are supplied equity and preference shareholders. Return on capital employed is equal to net profit before interest and tax upon net capital employed or equity. What is the net capital employed? Is equal to total assets minus current liabilities. What is the total assets? Fixed assets plus current assets minus current liabilities. This is the total assets of fixed assets plus current liabilities. This ratio indicates whether shareholders' fund is efficiently used or not. This ratio should be higher than return on investment ratio. With this, students, I complete the present topic and request all of you to be calm and devoted while preparing for the final board exams. I wish everybody a very good luck for your exams. I further thanks all of you for your passive participation and all the best for the exams. And students, kindly watch this video for proper preparation. Once again, thanks.